This one is called Telephony. For this I will need Kate, Jamie, and Devin to all step on out of the room. Aww. I need a favorite Christmas tradition.
Pigging out.
What was it?
Pigging out.
Pigging out. Oh wait, a scene inspired by pigging out.
Everyone has their Christmas dinner that they always enjoy. The family comes over, all the food is splayed on the table, and you just gorge until you drop. This year, I set myself a bit of a challenge. I was going to eat more than anyone else had ever eaten at any of our gatherings before. That was before I knew that Big Aunt Bertha was invited, and the competition was fierce, let's just say. So, I'm sitting across from Big Aunt Bertha. We look each other in the eyes. She doesn't know my goal, but within seconds, she seems to understand the battle that's about to transpire. I grab the mashed potatoes, she grabs the turkey. Mom hasn't even finished grace before we're starting to consume everything in sight. I'm trying to mix every sort of food article I can just to save time. I'm talking chocolate syrup in the gravy, not the best combination, but surprisingly went down pretty quickly. And within 5 minutes of both of us just mixing and mashing all sorts of food together and shoving all that we can, we both pass out. I wake up first. I think that makes me the victor in this scenario. I could not enjoy my victory though, because both of us were in completely different ends of the house, in opposite bathrooms, puking our guts out. That was definitely a memorable Christmas.
And now to grab our next person. Come on in, next person.
Yeah. It is cold up there. Oh. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
So this weekend, I went to the mall. to go with some friends, but all my friends ditched me, which was rude. So, you know, I get there, I do some shopping, and then I get hungry, so like really hungry. And so I sit down in the food court. And, you know, I'm looking around and I choose a shop, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get some Auntie Anne's, because that sounds bomb. And I go and I get in, I sit down, and I see all the other people who came to the mall without friends, all sitting alone. And so I invite them all over to join me. We're gonna have a fun party with all of the people who really like mall food. It's amazing, and then he comes out. Gerald. Gerald, my arch frickin' nemesis, who just so happens to work at the Auntie Anne's. I bought pretzels. Fortunately. So he comes over, and he's on his break, and he thinks that he's allowed to come to my mall food court party. And he sits down, and I mean, nobody else has a problem with Gerald, but Gerald, he knows what he did, sits down and starts eating his pretzels. And he looks at me like, with that little look, you know the look, it's like, that's all, and I'm like, that ain't all. So I start downing the pretzels. And he takes them all in one big gulp. I don't know you could down a pretzel like that. So I'm moving faster, I'm eating them as fast as I possibly can, but man, the salt on those things, it's insane. And so I chug some water, and Gerald's like, ha, the salt. And so we just keep going, we keep munching and crunching, and all of a sudden, I'm not feeling so good. And well, at this point, everybody has stood up and started chanting, eat, 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 eat. And like, so because of that, well, security may have come over and may have pulled both and Gerald out. And long story short, that's why I need to buy a new pair of shoes for a very nice police officer.
Let me tell y'all, life's not easy being a bull. It's really not. They expect so much from you in today's world, let alone. But that's beyond the point. Let me tell you all a story of an old friend I saw, college roommate, while going through the grocery store. Into the grocery store I walked, picking out my food, when I see good old Boris, my old college roommate. We were best of friends back in the day, and they seemed exhausted, tired. I asked people, what's going on? How come you can barely breathe? They tell me, just coming from a rodeo, you know? And I look at them and I say, you still let the people ride you? And they say, well, times are tough and it pays well. I get their point, whatever they say, and they look at me, and back in college, you know, I was a star athlete, and they go, man, putting on the pounds I see, haven't getting up there, you know. and that really kind of tipped me off. So to prove a point, I grabbed all of the food off the shelf that I could see, opened it up in the store, and started stuffing my face. Told them, this is who I am now, and you need to accept me as I am. Well, they seemed a little intimidated, a little froggy is a good way to put it. And so they stepped up to me, and thinking, they're this, rodeo bull, matadors ride them, they throw them off like it's no big deal. So to show them what's what, I went into their cart, took all their food and ate it right there in the store too. They didn't like that very much, not in the slightest. Fight broke out, and obviously I can't fight, look at me. Big bull, athletic bull. I lost. So with that being said, they got arrested. I was the lucky one. Didn't pay a single cent for anything I had. Taking applications, I'll pay your bail. If anyone would like to get in a fight with me at the supermarket,